there's wide-angle lenses, and then there is this, the beast, the brand new lens from Sigma, 14mm f1.4 DGD and art. Yes, it is huge, it is heavy, it's got a huge front glass element, and it truly delivers outstanding results. In this video, I'll talk about its performance, photography and video. I'll talk about its build, there's a lot to talk about. I'll talk about its price and value for money, and also who this lens is good for. And in the end, I'll give you my final thoughts about the whole thing. So keep watching, don't skip, and you're gonna find out more about this lens. Firstly, very quick disclaimer, this lens has been sent to me by Sigma UK for this review. However, as always, I was not paid or asked to say anything specific about it, so this is my 100% honest and unbiased opinion about this lens. Performance-wise, firstly, sharpness, just no surprise, it's Sigma. It's superbly sharp, edge to edge, even wide open at f1.4. It's something not a surprise today, in these days. All lenses, especially for a company like Sigma, Sigma lenses are extremely sharp, and this is no exception. What is really under control here is the chromatic aberration and flaring. Chromatic aberration is there, it's tiny bit visible, but it's not standard usual. It's definitely below average, and this lens performs very, very well in this aspect. It is designed for astrophotography where chromatic aberration could be an issue. Also, when shooting landscape or anything towards bright light sources, the flaring is almost invisible, very, very well under control for the lens like this. This wide aperture of f1.4 give you the ability to separate your subject from the background and create that elusive cinematic look, the bokeh. In this case, the bokeh is classic Sigma. It's creamy, smooth, and really nice looking. What's really, really nice, it's creating that shallow depth of field with a wide angle of view. It's something not unusual, but something different than what we see with naked eye. Getting that really close and getting a nice close-up, but still wide angle of view and the shallow depth of field. Yes, you can do it with it. It is a wide aperture prime. Also, ultra wide angle lenses like this are great for creating different view of the world. So pointing it up or pointing it down or getting different point of view than what you see with naked eye, it gives the wacky look you can create with a wide angle lens like this. It opens new doors for being creative or creating something looking a little bit different than the norm. Overall quality this delivers is truly outstanding. It is way above average. It is on par with the best. It is one of the best lenses optically you can get out there, and it is 14mm and only 14mm f1.4 that you can get for Sony-E or L-Mount cameras. The minimum focusing distance, I don't know what it is. I put it on the screen here. It's short. You can get really, really close, like with most of wide angle lenses, to capture great close-ups. But what Sigma's saying, let me just refer to my notes here, that the lens is optimized with an emphasis on performance when the distance of the subject is 2 meters or more. What it means, it is optimized for shooting things further away from you, like Astro or landscape. For video work, apart from being very heavy, it is great for enhancing the sense of motion and getting basically as much as possible into the frame. The problem is with video, which I'll talk about in a second as well in the build, is the filters. You can't add ND filters to the front because there is no screw thread to front, because the glass is bulging on the end of the lens. So you have to put filters at the end of the lens, inside basically the back end of the lens, which in nutshell is not a problem. The filters, a company called Haida makes filters for 14 to 24mm Sigma lens, which are like glass little things which just clip in the back. They are too thick for this. For this you have to use a sheet filters which you can cut out and put in. I didn't succeed. I bought some ND filters for lights, gels, which Sigma have advised me these are the correct ones for this, and they just not. So if you're gonna film with this lens, you have to do a little bit of research and find out which filters are right for this lens if you intend to shoot wide open and you need to darken the picture with ND filters. And if you use those rear filters, the soft sheet cutout filters, the lens cap, it comes with the lens. This one is new redesigned lens cap with the two holders for those soft filters here. Autofocusing for video is very good. It works as it should. It uses the new motor, the new mechanism, the focusing mechanism present in the last few Sigma lenses, the new high response linear actuator, which really makes this lens work as you would expect it to. It's responsive, focuses very well quickly and absolutely silently. Unfortunately for all of you filmmakers, there is some focus breathing visible. Not a huge amount, a little bit, but it's there. The focus breathing is the effect when video looks like it's zooming in a little bit, when you change the focusing from something close to something further away. Yeah, it's here. Let's talk about the build. There is literally a lot to talk about. It's a big lens. As I said before, there is no filter thread on the front. The only way to attach filters to this is through the back. I don't know why technically or physically this lens cannot have a flat glass at the front and a filter thread, but it is frustrating because if you do have any filters already, you do have to purchase on top of the quite hefty price tag additional specialist filters for this lens. I have tried attaching some cutout filters and it was just a nightmare. The gel was just curving. It was also not working properly. So if you do need filters for this, you need to use the specialist rear filters or some kind of front mounted filter holder to use filters with this lens, which is a little bit frustrating. It has got a lens tripod holder. This comes with a Arca Swiss standard mount, so you can attach it straight to the tripod. This is removable, and the lens comes with a rubber ring as well to replace that with. So if you don't want that, you don't need it, it's removable. It's there also because the lens is very heavy, 1170 gram, 1.1 kilogram. This is a heavy lens, so carrying it with you, using it like this, you will always put a strain on the camera mount, and yeah, you could damage it, probably not, but just to be on the safe side, this is exactly for that reason here, the collar with a tripod mount, so you can mount the lens, the tripod, and the camera, and stress that mount a little bit less. And for all of you astrophotographers and landscapers, when you take a lens from the warm car into a cold night, it steams up quite often. So for that reason, there is actually, you can purchase separate lens heating things, like a sheet, electric sheet you put on the lens, which heats the front elements so it doesn't steam up. This lens has got like a lip on top, so this sleeve, the heating sleeve, won't be slipping off while using the lens in the pitch blackness. Manual aperture ring, which is declickable. So you can use it actually for video to change the aperture smoothly. There's also aperture lock, which I do like a lot, because very often with these lenses with their manual aperture, you want to use it in automatic to control the aperture with the camera, but then occasionally while handling the camera, the thing turns and causes the problem. So there's actually a dedicated lock, so you can lock the aperture, which will lock it in place, won't turn at all. There's auto manual focus switch, a standard focus hold button which can be programmed to different functions via the camera, and something specifically designed for astrophotography and landscape photography as well is the manual focus ring lock. So you put the camera on the tripod, you focus on your stars to infinity or just below infinity and take a picture, then you change the camera position on the tripod and you accidentally touch the focus ring. It happens. Here is actually focus lock switch. With this switch you can disable the focus ring completely, so you focus on your stars to the right position, and when you handle the camera, the focus ring does nothing when this switch is enabled, which is very, very handy feature. The price for this beast is high. It's £1,399 here in the UK or $1,599 in the US. Yeah, it's kind of acceptable price for the lens this class, for sure. It's a high-end lens. But for example, for some users, there's some competition. The 14mm f1.4 G Master lens, which is superb in its own right, costs about the same. This is 1.4 and you can attach the filter. You can attach the filter to a G Master lens as well, but it is kind of bigger, heavier for the same price, and only the 1.4 and the 1.8, small difference. Yes, probably in a real world, if you are a hardcore astrophotographer, it might make a little bit of difference, but not much. But there's other cheaper options as well, like the new Viltrox you have just reviewed, the 16mm f1.8, which is optically as good as this, and it takes a screw-on filter. 16, 14, yeah, f1.4, f1.8, there are differences. For Lumix, there's literally no competition. This is it. If you shoot the landscape photography and you don't need that wide aperture, you're shooting everything f4 or smaller apertures, there's other lenses as well, the 14 to 28 Lumix, which is pretty good. also expensive, but not as expensive as this. This only makes sense, and it makes this good value for money if you are a hardcore or professional astrophotography photographer. And these features like the heater retaining lip or the f1.4 aperture and the optical quality, the fact that you can't scroll filters doesn't bother you at all because you are shooting at night. This is the only lens available in this class, in this spec, in f1.4 aperture. So it could be good value for money. But if you want a wide angle lens, just because it's wide angle lens, there are other options available as well as this. My next segment is who is this lens for, but I've just answered that question. This lens is a pro lens for a pro shooter. This is a specialist tool. It's not the lens you take with you on your family holiday. Well, you could do if you wanted to, but it's not meant to. It's expensive for that. It's a lens for dedicated astrophotography or landscape shooter. Someone who doesn't mind the weight and the size because it does the job very well. It's a specialist tool for specialist job. In some way, this lens could disappoint if you are not that, you're not professional or serious about astrophotography or even landscape photography. It's great, don't get me wrong, this is amazing lens, delivering amazing quality, but probably not for everyone at that price and that weight. Conclusion, it's not a lens for everyone. This is a big, heavy, expensive, specialist lens. Yes, of course, it is capable of shooting all kinds of wide-angle video photography. It's suitable for pretty much everything. Wide angle from interiors, architecture, landscape, and filming your dog if you want to. But it is designed with astrophotographer in mind. So do you actually need all the functions this lens has got and cost premium to just shoot wide angle? It is also only one 40mm f1.4 lens available for Sony or L-Mount cameras. Undoubtedly amazing quality, undoubtedly a top premium high quality lens, but not for everyone. It is special, but it could be a very expensive toy if you're not gonna use it. That's it. That's it from me in this video. I hope this video was in some way helpful or informative. If it was, please give me that thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Although the first thing comes to mind for the wide angle, although the first thing, and if you use those, this only makes sense, and it makes this good value for money. Yeah, I forgot one of those clip-on things for my lavalier microphone, so it's literally dangling from my buttonhole. I'm a dangler today.